afternoon everybody, and welcome to the very first edition of Beer and Honey. Now, some of you may know or recognise me from my regular features on Burton TV News under the title of Beer Matters, where I look at issues relating to beer and the drinks industry in the Burton-on-Trent and South Derbyshire regions. So that explains the beer part of the title. So where does honey come from? Well, that's quite simple. Honey is the name of a 4.5-year-old golden doodle. So honey has the friendliness and playfulness of a golden retriever and the intelligence of a poodle. She's very friendly, quite well behaved. She's interested in food. Sit. Good girl. And she loves walks. So as part of this new feature, Honey and I are going to take you on some of our favourite walks in and around the region, starting with Lichfield. And we're all ready for the off. So as the sign says, welcome to the city of Lichfield, the medieval city which was the capital of the ancient kingdom of Mercia. Its current population within the environments of the city itself is only about 32,000 people, which makes it one of the smaller cities within the UK. It is obviously linked with many famous people, including Dr. Johnson, and more of that later. Honey always recognises places we've been before and knows exactly where to go. Come on then. Good girl. Off you go. Approximately 11 miles south of Burton-on-Trent, down the A38. Lichfield is a very easy access and one of our favourite places to come for a walk. Honey particularly likes walking round the Stow Pool with the cathedral in the distance there. Stow Pool was originally a mill pond. It was taken over by South Staff's Waterworks in 1856 and made into a reservoir. It was discontinued in 1968 and it is now simply used for leisure and recreation. If the conditions are right, Honey will occasionally chase a stick into the water. Must not be too cold today, otherwise she wouldn't go in. Well done, Honey. Good girl. Beautiful walk down the side of the pool. Great views in both directions. So Lichfield is the birthplace of Samuel Johnson, who was responsible for writing the first truly authoritative dictionary of the English language. It was also the home of Erasmus Darwin, philosopher, inventor and poet, and father of Charles Darwin, author of the world-changing Origin of the Species. Other luminaries include David Garrick, actor, playwright, and who the Garrick Theatre and Garrick Club in London are named after, and Anna Seward, an 18th century romantic poet, often referred to as the Swan of Lichfield. Ah, the playing fields under the dreaming spires. Lichfield Cathedral dates back to the 12th century, although it did actually take over 150 years to complete. It's the home of the Bishop of Lichfield, the Right Reverend Michael Ipgrave OBE, and it is the only English cathedral to have 3 spires. And there we get the perfect view of the triple spires of Lichfield Cathedral. Has to be one of the most beautiful buildings in the country. So this is all very well, but Honey, she's thinking this is supposed to be a walk and a run for me. So let's give her the chance. She can't find the ball. You're looking in the wrong direction. Adjacent to Stowpool is the much smaller Minster Pool, which was once part of the private gardens belonging to the cathedral and is now open to the public as parts of the Parks and Recreations of Lichfield Council. Leading the way as usual, she's got a brilliant memory for any walks we've ever done, and I just let her take the lead. During the English Civil War, there were 3 separate sieges of Lichfield Cathedral between the years of 1643 and 1646. Minster Pool had a defensive role and was tested by both the Royalist and the Parliamentary forces, who in turn garrisoned and besieged the cathedral. A statue to the aforementioned Erasmus Darwin, but a slightly unusual statue in the distance. This is a statue to the beleaguered captain of the Titanic, Captain John Smith, who, believe it or not, had no connections to Lichfield whatsoever. The story goes that Stoke-on-Trent authorities wanted no official connection with the captain of the sunken ship, and therefore the statue was erected here in Lichfield Park. There is a campaign underway to have it rehoused in Captain Smith's hometown of Hanley. What do you think, Honey? So there we have the best bits of a nice walk around Lichfield Centre. Honey's had some good exercise and had her fun, and now it's time for mine. We need to go find somewhere that will provide us with a refreshing glass of the best beer available. Always on the lookout for dog-friendly pubs and bars, and this one certainly is. One of my favourite watering holes is Beerbohm. It's a Belgium/German style beer house with some very interesting beers, wines and spirits. So, I'm trying a pint of Pacific Ale from the Gloucester Brewery. They describe themselves as an earth-conscious brewing organisation. This beer apparently is vegan, made with sustainable bread mash. Very new age. It's deliberately hazy. And it has a very nice lemony freshness with a zingy bite. It's only 3.6% ABV, but it's very pleasant and refreshing. And Moorish. So here's a chilled out dog. She loves just flopping on a nice carpet at the end of a walk while her master enjoys himself with a nice pint. Reward for both of us. I hope you've enjoyed this first edition of Beer and Honey, and I hope you can join me again for another edition in another month or two. So from Honey and me, cheers my dears.